Maybe this is the hopium talking, but I remain excited about the future of Xbox. I've stated very clearly, my line in the sand is if Xbox Game Pass day one games become a thing of the past. I do believe that Game Pass is their platform. Now we'll see if I'm right or wrong. Anything can change at this point, and it's rumored that that might be going away. But there's still a lot to discuss and break down, and I want to highlight some clips that are going around the internet to highlight the points and some of the hopium that is out there. I actually remain bullish on games everywhere. If you can play your games wherever you want, that's the future that I'm rooting for. And we cannot discount cloud because of what it offers to gamers. So let's talk about the future of Xbox in this video, talking about what Xbox must become, what they could have always been. And I think it's a really an exciting time for us as gamers. Obviously, this is going to be a long week. We're all going to wait it out together, but next week will be interesting because it will give us solid information that we can then overanalyze, because that's what we like to do here. That's what gamers love to do. We always love breaking these things down together. So let me know your thoughts and theories. But let's run the first clip. This is from the Xbox Factor podcast XNC. Take it away.
It's not attractive to like a lot of people. Colt, are you okay?
Yeah, I got a DM right before the show started. I wish I would have read. I'm not going to say who it's from, okay? Because I want to keep this. Next week will be better, laugh out loud. Don't believe everything you've read, exclamation point. When I talk about people that I trust, I'm talking about someone, because Phil said we're going to talk about it next week, and I hear you. I hear you.
We hear you.
Next week will be better, laugh out loud. Oh, I said sleep well. What a crappy week. And he said next week will be, he or she, you know, next week will be better, laugh out loud. Don't believe everything you've read, exclamation point.
Ooh. Sounds spicy. I got the text, and I won't say anything, but holy crap.
Yeah, so when we said in the show during different points that maybe only half of this is true, it's not as, what were the words? I got to look at it again because, I don't know, where is it?
Let me grab my.
Don't believe everything you've read. That is so weird because
let me plug it in.
Don't believe everything you've read.
Don't believe everything you read. When
I really do feel like it's mainly the Bethesda games that are going to PlayStation 5. That's what I really think this is about. Bethesda and COD. That's all. Like, I don't really think this is as widespread as some of these outlets are saying. I could be wrong, but this is just my internal feeling until we get confirmation. Same stuff with the whole Game Pass stuff. I think these are ideas they were kicking around, but until it happens, I'm going to ride or die with Game Pass. Until it dies for me, I'm going to be with Game Pass until the end.
Now, while obviously this has been intentionally vague to protect the source, and I'm not trying to sit here and blow smoke up your skirt and tell you everything's going to be how you want it to be, but there's another clip that I think goes into more detail, and then we're going to break it all down for you.
As far as our best people know, for 2026, for a console, they're already in the middle of getting that console ready, Mag. So for people who said rest in peace Xbox, or Xbox is done, they're probably not going to do a new console after this. Like, all this is already set in order. Just there's going to be some changes. All right, Mag. So I interrupted you. They're working on a console. What else you got? From the Surface team.
Well, it's going to be a multi. Now the other thing is that it's not going to be a single console. It's going to be a multi-SKU console. So it's going to be one under like a box under the TV, a la Series X.
Okay. You mean a powerful console, like the high-powered? Yes. Okay.
The other one, the cheaper SKU is going. Yeah, the cheaper SKU is going to be a dockable. Console a la Switch. Hence why it actually kind of makes sense that the Surface team is working on it. That seems like the kind of thing that they would do. And that would be the cheaper SKU that's going to sit under the... Well, I guess it would sit under the TV as well. But there's going to be a dedicated actual box console, and then there's going to be a dockable console.
Like a dockable handheld that would play games natively, not just... Now, I'm going to add to what you said, Mag, that It's a dockable handheld console that is the rumored hybrid cloud, where it'll be made to play games on the cloud with a touchscreen, but also maybe have built-in controls so that you can play the games, which will actually finally be natively played on an actual native or an actual handheld console.
That is the word. And again, this will be headed up by the Surface team. So that's an interesting take. Now, like not a take, but it's an interesting bit of information. So that's what apparently is happening, and apparently the word is still that it's targeting late 2026. So
okay.
We shall see. I mean, like I said, this has just been this came across my plate. I'm just saying what it is. Whether people believe it or not is entirely up to them. I'm not even sure. I mean, it makes logical sense. Because look at the popularity of the Steam Deck, look at the popularity of the ROG Ally, things of that nature, right? So I could see that, and then even the PS Portal. I mean, the PS Portal, I understand that it's literally only a streaming device, but it's still a handheld that still has some kind of, tethered connection to a box. It's sold out everywhere. You can't buy them. They're sold out everywhere.
And we're hearing this week that PlayStation is actually working on a natively next generation or this generation handheld that you can actually play games that are not through the cloud or whatever, or not remote.
Now, with the context of those two clips together, I'd like to break down for you what I see. Now, people continue to call me the Nostradamus of video game predictions. Whether this ends up being true or not, just use this as a form of fun and hopefully a level of entertainment. But this is what I see happening. The future is hybrid. This is an argument that I've been making for a long time. That does not mean the console is going to go away. That doesn't mean your high-end PC is going to go away. That doesn't mean, insert X to how you play games is going to go away. In fact, it's just going to be elevated across multiple platforms. We're seeing PlayStation make this move. Now, Nintendo is Nintendo, and as much as we all wish that they would do things that we want them to do, they have created a value and in a way, preferred monopoly with all of their IPs. This is a race. This is now a game for IP as opposed to where people play. So I do think we're going to see more and more games make their way over to PlayStation, especially the multiplayer aspect of it all. And I think that's a good thing. I'm going to continue to champion that. I don't believe in exclusives as a form of consumer protection. It's company protection in my book. You're free, feel free to disagree. That's what gaming's all about, is having these deep discussions. But what is Xbox's trump card? What is the thing that they have that nobody else has? And it's Windows. Xbox's evolution, I think, has always been them moving into them making us a PC. So imagine whether this is a hybrid handheld cloud device and a dedicated console for that higher fidelity experience. What if they just said, hey, this is a PC, guys. You can run Steam. You can run, now that we have Battle.net, they'll have their front store for all of this on the PC side of things. Game Pass, GeForce Now. That they enabled GeForce Now running on the Xbox today. But if they just open all of it up and let people engage with their systems the way they want, this is both a freeing act. This is also going to be something that's going to be interestingly competitive in the handheld space. The Surface team for Microsoft, if this ends up being true, I think that is Microsoft's most high quality form of hardware. Now, Microsoft's always been a software company, and so them stepping into the Xbox and a Surface, we've seen obviously them struggle time and time again. But this is about what's happening next. Whether it's cloud, whether it's your mobile phone, whether it's a hybrid handheld, I think that in and of itself speaks to what Nintendo has done. And the question is that can it challenge the dominance of Nintendo? I honestly think yes. And the reason is because with my Logitech G Cloud and my Steam Deck, me and the kids play more on those devices than anything else. And if this hybrid handheld allows you to have that powerful experience in the palm of your hand with offloading stuff into the cloud using the internet as that bridge, so that way you can not drain your battery as fast, you can have a really cool experience. That's going to be something very competitive in the market itself. Microsoft has been moving into what is called a blue water strategy. They lost the console war. They've admitted that themselves, and that is where they're making this pivot. So not tomorrow, that'd be great. Next week is going to be fascinating, and I really hope that you come back and check out what ends up becoming true, because I think the evolution of Xbox has always been what is the fundamental backbone of that platform, and bringing in PC, allowing people to have their PC games, not necessarily making off these walled off gardens. I think that's a huge win, and I'd be very curious as to your thoughts about that if that ends up being the case, because all of a sudden those PlayStation games, they run because PlayStation is going to be supporting PC. Question ends up being is, what's Nintendo going to do, and are they going to step anywhere near the cloud anytime soon? Regardless, I'm going to be picking up all platforms as I always do. I love gaming almost in an addictive way, and so just keep me in your thoughts and prayers about that I can always maintain a good health life balance with all of this. Let me know, guys, what you're thinking. I look forward to hearing from you. If you like this video, be sure to hit that like button. You can always take it away. You can always double tap that dislike button as well. Appreciate it if you do take a chance and hit that subscribe button. Working our way very ever slowly to that 100,000 subscriber mark, and it will, I don't know, I think that's my only goal as a YouTuber. Anyway, guys, huge shout out. Thank you so much for your time. If you made it to the end of this video, sound off in the comments with hooty hoot. That way I know that that's a secret call out. And yeah, I'm going to wrap it up there, guys. Hope you have a wonderful day. Hopefully this video was positive in your feed. That's always the goal. Anyway, until then, take care.